Beloved ones, I am Adama, speaking to you from the sacred city of Telos, nestled deep within the heart of Mother Earth. I come to share with you the wisdom of returning to your inner sanctuary, the garden that resides within your soul. This garden is not a place of physical form alone, it is a sacred space of balance, harmony, and divine connection, cultivated within the depths of your consciousness. Many of you have wandered through life seeking fulfillment, peace, and purpose outside yourselves, believing that external circumstances could provide the nourishment your soul craves. Yet the true restoration, the true awakening, begins when you turn your gaze inward, reclaiming the fertile grounds of your own inner landscape. The garden within is an archetype of wholeness, a reflection of the divine blueprint encoded in every human heart. It is a place where love, clarity, and serenity exist without effort, where every seed planted is nurtured by the light of your higher self and the guidance of the unseen realms. To reclaim this garden is to acknowledge your sovereignty, to recognize that the power to heal, to flourish, and to manifest your highest potential has always been within you. The outer world, with its complexities and distractions, often obscures this sacred truth, but it has never diminished the essence of your inner sanctuary. It waits patiently for your attention, your love, and your presence. The first step in reclaiming your garden is awareness. Notice the areas within yourself that have been neglected or overrun by the weeds of doubt, fear, and judgment. These weeds are not enemies but messengers, signaling where attention, compassion, and understanding are needed. Do not resist them. Approach them with curiosity and love, for through conscious observation, you begin the process of transformation. Each thought, each emotion, and each intention is a seed that either nurtures or hinders the growth of your inner landscape. By becoming mindful of your inner dialogue and patterns, you take the first conscious steps toward cultivating the garden of your soul. Restoration of the inner garden requires the conscious integration of light into every aspect of your being. Light is not merely illumination, it is the essence of your divine nature, the vibrational energy that sustains and rejuvenates the soul. When you allow this light to flow through your mind, heart, and spirit, the once dormant seeds of love, creativity, and wisdom awaken. You will find that your thoughts become clearer, your emotions more balanced, and your actions more aligned with your highest self. This is the fertile soil from which your most authentic life emerges. In the garden within, every element serves a purpose. The flowers represent your joys and passions, the trees symbolize wisdom and growth, the flowing streams are the currents of intuition and inspiration, and the soil itself is the foundation of your experiences, lessons, and memories. When each of these elements is tended with awareness and love, the garden becomes a sanctuary of renewal and empowerment. You begin to recognize that you are both gardener and seed, caretaker and creation, witness and participant in the unfolding of your own divine story. As you work within your inner garden, you will notice that certain areas may resist change, that some roots run deep and require gentle attention. These are the shadows of your past, the accumulated experiences that have shaped your perceptions and beliefs. Approach these areas with patience, understanding that true reclamation is a process, not a single moment of realization. Each act of self-compassion, each deliberate choice to nurture light over fear, contributes to the restoration of balance. In tending to your shadows with love, you transform them into fertile ground for growth, turning limitations into opportunities for expansion. Reclaiming the garden within also requires alignment with the cycles and rhythms of life. Just as the physical earth follows the seasons, your inner garden thrives when attuned to the natural flow of energy, consciousness, and spirit. Honor your cycles of activity and rest, reflection and creation, solitude and communion. In these rhythms, you reconnect with the harmony of the universe, allowing your garden to flourish organically rather than through force or resistance. You learn that balance is not a static state but a dynamic dance, a continual interplay between light and shadow, action and stillness, giving and receiving. Community and connection also play a vital role in your inner garden. While the garden is personal and sacred, it does not exist in isolation. The energy you cultivate within yourself ripples outward, influencing your relationships, your environment, and the collective consciousness. By reclaiming your garden, you contribute to the nourishment of the greater whole. Your inner harmony becomes a beacon, a source of inspiration and guidance for others walking their own paths of awakening. In this way, the act of tending to your soul is simultaneously an act of service to the world. Visualization, meditation, and intentional practices are powerful tools for reclaiming and maintaining your inner garden. Envision the colors, textures, and vitality of your inner landscape, infusing it with the energy of gratitude, joy, and divine light. Speak to the elements of your garden, affirming their growth and vitality. Use your breath as a conduit to circulate life force throughout your inner sanctuary, allowing each inhalation to nourish and each exhalation to release stagnation. Through consistent practice, the garden becomes not just a place of mental imagery but a living, breathing extension of your consciousness, a sanctuary that supports your awakening, healing, and evolution. As you deepen your connection to the garden within, you will begin to recognize the synchronicities and guidance that arise in your outer world. The lessons and opportunities you encounter will reflect the vibrational state of your inner landscape. When your garden is tended with love, clarity, and integrity, your outer experiences naturally align with these energies. You will attract circumstances, relationships, and experiences that reflect the harmony, creativity, and abundance you cultivate within. In this way, the reclamation of your inner garden becomes a profound act of co-creation with the universe, a partnership that mirrors the divine principle that all life is interconnected. Beloved souls, remember that the reclamation of the garden within is not a task to complete but a journey to embody. It is a lifelong practice of mindfulness, presence, and devotion to your highest self. It is the continual process of nurturing light, cultivating wisdom, and embracing the fullness of your being. As you reclaim your garden, you reclaim your sovereignty, your joy, and your capacity to radiate love into every aspect of your life. The garden within is eternal, resilient, and always available, a sanctuary that exists beyond time, circumstance, or limitation. Walk gently into your inner garden each day. Tend to it with love, honor its rhythms, and celebrate its beauty. Recognize that every thought, every feeling, and every choice is a seed planted in this sacred space. Nurture them wisely, for they will blossom into the experiences, relationships, and creations that shape your life and the world around you. Reclaiming the garden within is, ultimately, the reclamation of your divine self, a return to wholeness, peace, and the profound joy that arises when you live in harmony with your highest truth. Beloved ones, the time to awaken to your inner sanctuary is now. The garden has always been within you, waiting patiently for your recognition and love. Step into this sacred space, tend to it with devotion, and allow its light to shine outward, touching all who come into your presence. You are the gardener, the seed, the sun, and the soil. Through your conscious attention, the garden flourishes, and with it, the realization of your highest potential becomes a living reality. Adama.